Greetings, beloveds. As you make your way through this dimension of consciousness, imagine if you were going to go on a trip. There would be certain essential items you would bring with you for your journey. We would ask that you consider having a vial, a flask, a container that is filled with the purest essence of love. That when you forget, in the moments when you are steeped in the imagination that things are wrong and situations should be changed and life is not as it was meant to be, that you would open this container and that you would take a sip. There are many of you who would enjoy carrying a flask in your pocket. Many of you carry water with you. That you would allow yourself to have the elixir of love, that it is something that you would breathe in, that it is something that you would sip, that it's something that you would imbibe, that it is something that you would take into you. And what it would allow is a resonance that every aspect of you that is real or imagined would once again be ignited with the presence of love. That you come to know that love lives in you, as you. It is the very fabric of which you are made. And yet, in this world of illusion, which at times may be difficult to imagine that this is all illusionary, because it appears and feels and seems to be so real. But when you can allow yourself, beloved ones, to take a sip of the liquid that love is, the essence that love is, you are instantly transformed back to the very light and the presence that God is. Imagine that you would carry fairy dust with you. And at the moment that you feel that you have fallen into the thinking and the feelings and the emotions and the conversations of darkness where you are mad at this one or mad at another or someone is upset with you, that you would sprinkle fairy dust and it has the same effects as this little elixir of love. For the light that you are, beloved ones, are the light of love. When you allow yourself to come to the expansion, when you let your vibrational frequency be attuned to the magnificence that you are, you do indeed come to see the innocence. When you are myopically focused upon a particular circumstance, a particular person, and you say, this is not how it should be, there is something wrong with this should be different. You have singularly focused. As you allow that vision, that perspective to shift and change, as you allow expansion to come, you begin to forget to focus upon what is wrong in that instance. And you allow yourself to expand. The ability to expand, beloveds, is by bringing more love and more light. So when you forgive yourself for these things that you have thought but you have not said, or the things that you have said, or the things that you have done, there is an expansion that occurs. And in that expansion, there is, of course, ascension. And in that ascension, you begin to have a bigger and broader perspective of things. And you begin to see that maybe what you have considered to be a situation that requires your judgment and your guilt is not as it seems. You may begin to allow yourself, beloved ones, to look upon a circumstance and say, ah, maybe I have not seen the whole truth. And when you come to see the truth of a person, the truth of a experience, you can allow yourself in that moment, beloveds, to say, I did not see this for the truth that it was. And as you bathe it in love, as you paint it in love, as you pour the elixir of love upon it, the entire circumstance changes before your eyes. They are no longer guilty. You are no longer upset. What happens, beloved, is transformation from a way that you are sure that something or someone was to seeing that they are truly innocent and so are you. And in that innocence, you have given yourself perspective. You have given yourself the bird's eye view. And in that, grace is revealed, humility. And you come to say, it is indeed not the way that I thought it was, for I have painted it to be the way that I have seen it. And yet I could look upon this with eyes anew. I could come to this with a new heart. I could allow what seems to be the past to be healed, for I am willing and able to see this as God would see it. And how would you imagine that God would see it, beloveds? But with love. So allow yourselves to be renewed in your minds and in your hearts and in your words. Allow yourself to apologize. Allow yourself to say, I am sorry. And then you will find that you come to a dimension where none of that is required. For you have come back to the truth of you. You have come back to remember. And you will find me there, smiling. At least what will feel like a smile. Saying, welcome home. And you shall yawn and you shall stretch and you shall say, you would not believe the dream that I have had. It is time to awaken, beloveds. There is much that is happening now in this circumstance. There is a speeding up that is occurring. The time for awakening is nigh. It is here. For you to be awake in these moments, beloveds, will provide greater assistance to all. Bring forth love in all that you do. Do not worry about the circumstances. It will all be forgotten, truly. Let only love be the driving force and the countenance through which you live your very existence. Love all things and all people, and like all things and all people, beloveds. For it is only the egoic mind that says, I do not like this and I do not like that. Learn to be as deeply in a state of love with each beloved, for each being that you meet is indeed an aspect of you. And allow yourselves to fall so deeply in love with all of you that there would never be a part of you that is left behind. Our blessings are with you always. Call upon us. We are here with you. We are here for you. And we are here as you. We thank you, beloveds. We thank you for the beauty that you are. We will speak with you again.